going in this game, we have Beasty as our teal Order of the Empire, or Order of the Dragon, spawning on the northwestern side of Dry Arabia. In the southeast, we have Cisco as our orange Rust player. I'd love to see a Dark Age rush. Highly unlikely that it would go that route, mainly because it's not that good against Rust. They don't go for early gold, and every single one of their villagers will be under the TC. So it's not going to be any form of beneficial at all. It would just be interesting to see. Go for a Dark Age tower rush would be pretty cool, but that's not going to happen. We do see, as Order of the Dragon, highly unlikely that we would see a second scout. And I say highly unlikely as in the probability being essentially zero that you would ever see a second scout, because their villagers already take 4 seconds longer as is to be made. So you don't want to delay that even more by making a second scout, because you're going to be, in the long term, you're going to be down several villagers. Now, making a scout on top of that, yeah, that's going to put you 24 seconds behind. Instead of just one villager, you're going to be down a villager plus an additional 4 seconds, and then it's going to be a cascading effect from there. So I highly recommend to not ever go for a second scout as Order of the Dragon, as much as you would like to against Rust. It doesn't make sense. It's not beneficial to you whatsoever. So just stick with the single scout versus Rust and attempt to deny their bounty as best as you can from then on out. That's pretty much all you can realistically do. Not really too sure what we will be seeing in this matchup. We are getting the Minework Palace thrown down for Beasty, Kremlin most likely for our Rust into a 2TC, since that is the standard. You know, that's basically what you would expect every Rust player to do. Where would he put his Kremlin? Probably on the gold berries. Yeah, that'd probably be the best bet right here. Nice defense. Obviously wants to secure up his gold. So that's where I would put it anyways. We'll see what Cisco does. As for Beasty, it doesn't look like he's in too big of a rush in order to age up. He's already pulled villagers off of gold onto wood, so it looks like he's going to be going into a 2TC for sure. As soon as he hit the 200 gold to age up, he started transitioning over, and there we go. Has the mining camp set up on the stone outcropping in order to start transitioning. Kremlin on stone instead. He wants to be able to defend that. Usually when you see something like this, it means it'll most likely be like 3TC, because you would, especially against Order of the Dragon, you should be able to get the 350 stone necessary to get your second TC before they could even realistically apply pressure. So Cisco might actually be going for a 3TC. Otherwise, he should have put it on the right side of his base to defend his gold and his berries. But only time will tell. He almost has halfway there. Oh, he's just gonna pull everything over to stone right now. Or to the... Wait, where are you going, Cisco? I have no idea what Cisco's doing here. Where are you going?
Hey!
7 villagers. Is he gonna try to secure the boar? I don't. This is strange. So he's gonna go for a 2TC play. Is he actually gonna throw his second TC up here once he gets enough? No. Wooden Fortress. This gets scouted out immediately by Beasty. And now we have the 8 villagers up here. Yeah, this is strange to say the least. That's essentially a lot of idle time on those villagers moving to the other side of the map to secure this. He hasn't even put his hunting cabin down yet either. No survival techniques. He does have his wheelbarrow though, at least, at bare minimum. I wonder if Cisco, okay, there it goes. And there is the hunting cabin. And Beasty's not going to be able to really do anything against this.
Yeah.
Since he went for the 2TC, he's not really going to be able to punish this. Is he at least going? He's not even going on the boar either. He's eating one of the deer. He needs to be gathering off of the boar if this is his plan. Not entirely sure what Cisco's plan was here. Of course, that looks like it's going to be more of a misclick because the boar was being gathered initially. And then eventually, once he shift commanded off of the hunting cabin, it was onto a deer accidentally. We do have a lone villager moving off to the eastern side. I'm assuming it's going to come up here to try to block this wall, throw down a fortified palisade wall segment of its own in order to stop that. Has he fixed his mistake here? I can't see. Oh yes, there you go. I forgot I was still clicked on it. Okay, so he did fix his mistake there. He is going to be getting the boar. He does. Where's the second TC coming down? This could have been placed a little bit better as well. Forgot to switch over my commands again. I keep forgetting that the game doesn't save it per account. Yeah, it could have been a lot better. He could have pushed it down here because right now he only has 2 deer next to him. Compared to if he moved it right here, he'd have like, well, no, either way, he'd still only have 3 deer, but the rest of the deer would be a lot closer. Palisade segment does come down, but Beasty decides to just build around it. As expected. 2TC, 2TC, 28 villagers for Cisco, 30 for Order of the Dragon for Beasty. Gonna be moving out, grabbing his own deer now. This is gonna be paying off really well for our Rust player. He's gonna be getting himself so much free food, and now fortified walls are gonna be coming down as well for the inevitable relic hunting that both players are gonna be doing once they hit castle. Does make it a lot more difficult for our HRE variant to grab those relics since they are going to be behind fortified palisade instead of normal palisade walls. So he ended up only going for the 1TC, or going for the 2TC. He should have put the Kremlin down next to the gold in that case, just so he has the extra defense there, especially next to the gold, the berries. He'd be able to sustain a little longer in case of a raid, anything like that. Oh, he's sending out a lot of villagers. Walls on the eastern one done, the central one done, and now we're going to be getting them on the western. Even his safe relic is going to be getting walled in as well. Cisco is not risking this whatsoever. Does Beasty know about this though? He does not. No, he doesn't. So I wonder if that's gonna change his mind if he scouts that out. Oh, he doesn't even have a scout anymore. He ended up dying to Cisco's. A little bit of a farm transition coming through as well for Beasty. Currently only 3, but that's still infinite food for now. Walls on the western side coming through. Single early night and 2 scouts for Cisco. Regnus Cathedral is going to be the landmark of choice to go into Castle Age for Beasty. He is throwing down the stables as well. Going to try to get those Gilded Knights out as soon as he ages up. At the moment, he could probably get 1 or 2 Gilded Horsemen to just fight off the early night, get a little bit of defense. High Trade House finishes up for Cisco. He still needs quite a bit of, well, no, not really quite a bit of wood, just a little bit more wood in order to get up his monastery so he can get his warrior monks out. There we go. He needs to drop it. 7 idle villagers. No reason, essentially. Where are you guys going? What are you guys doing? Not entirely sure. Interesting. Okay. I'm not really sure what Cisco's plan is here. First warrior monk coming out. Second one already in queue as well. He seems a little bit scattered at the moment. Throwing down a second stables. No emplacement on the outpost next to Beasty's berries. It's been a very passive game for the most part. Full walls on the western side, almost done. Are they connected? Yeah. It didn't really look like it at first, but it is. 2 prelates out for Beasty. First one moving out. Our first 2 have already been moved out. Where are you guys? First relic already picked up for Cisco. Second one getting picked up now as well. Ooh, Cisco might be able to secure at least 4 relics at this point. Warrior monk gonna be coming under fire right now. Nice little close charge, but it'll make it home in order to secure up the relic. Yep, it does look like our Rust player is gonna be able to secure up 4 relics. Beasty does need, if he wants to try to deny this, Beasty needs to move his units over to the western side of the map in order to try to deny that one as best as he can. 3rd relic already picked up. It was obviously the safe one. The one that should be going towards Cisco regardless. And now he's moving over to the west side and will be grabbing that one. 2 early knights, or not 2 early knights, 2 Gilded Knights do attempt to charge on the villagers that are stealing Beasty's food, essentially. They already ate up all the boar, and it looks like they've gotten 2 deer as well. He needs to put a hunting cabin closer just to reduce the amount of idle time. I wonder if he's gonna put any emplacements on here, put a springwood or something. I actually wouldn't mind seeing the springwood emplacement there. Cisco's in a solid position, but Palace of Swabia coming down for Beasty already. Oh, wow. Okay. How many villagers? 19 villagers on the Palace of Swabia. He's essentially going to be on 3 TC. Well, like 5 TC at this point. That's going to be really good for Beasty, just going into that fast Imperial. His villager count is just going to be absolutely insane in about 2-3 minutes. Cisco might actually try to go in for an attack, at least a mild harass. He has to at this point. And there goes Imperial. Cisco actually isn't that far behind either. If he cuts military production, he should be able to hit Imperial himself in the next minute and a half easily. And just look at that, 8 seconds on the Dragon Villagers compared to the 24 that they normally take. So yes, it is really good. Spring owner placement did come through. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I don't think Cisco's gonna try to put on any type of pressure. He is sitting on the... Ooh, okay, yeah, he's gonna be able to age up right now. High armory. Where are you putting it? That's a decent position. How many villagers are you throwing on it though? 10? Yeah, there's no real reason to rush up at the moment. Cisco's looking like Cisco's put himself in a solid position. This is a massive palisade, fortified palisade wall coming up too. And it's going to be uncontested for the most part. The Gilded Knights are on the western side of the map. They're going to try to deal with the regular peasant knights. We'll push them off very easily. Sacred Site on the western side does get captured. Central and eastern sacred sites are still uncontested or still neutral. Cisco sitting on 77 villagers, 12 military, 5 knights, 4 crossbows. 2 villagers are going to be going down as well. He also has 2 scouts and a warrior monk. Beasties, oh man, Beastie's villager count is just skyrocketing. 84 villagers, 23 military. He's just going to be able to produce an endless supply at this rate. Look at the farm transition coming through as well. He was only able to secure 1 relic, which really sucks. That's just absolutely terrible. But that's not because of anything Beastie could have actually prevented. Cisco did a really good job throwing up those early fortified palisade walls around the relics in order to secure them for himself and deny them from Beastie. So that was a solid play by Cisco. And like I said, there wasn't much that Beastie could have done to actually prevent that. Where's the second monastery? Charge coming through. Charge did not make contact with a single villager right there. And Cisco is sitting on 3 TC as well now. Where is the other oh, there's the other monastery. Tithe Barns came through as well on 4 of them with 4 relics in place, so his passive income is going to be really solid. Beastie almost at 100 villagers, almost 30 supply as well, 30 military. Streltsky are going to start coming out. This is exactly what Cisco needs at the moment. He needs to be able to sandbag this attack a little longer though. He needs 30-45 seconds in order to start getting that military mass. Once the Streltsky are out and about, that's going to be able to give him a really nice chance to defend. Not sure why the villagers popped out right there. Currently attacking with 11 gilded spears. They don't have, oh, they do have their elite upgrades. That was very quick. Chemistry coming through for Cisco. That'll help out the amount of damage that his shots are going to be able to do. Currently sitting on 11, 7 more in queue, 5 knights, 4 crossbows, 2 scouts, and a warrior monk. 23 military supply total. Beastie is sitting on 40 military with 14 spears, 2 archers, 2 crossbows, 2 prelates, and a single knight. BC is going to try to secure up the western gold vein, the western giant gold vein. How many villagers is he sending though? Where are the villagers? He has it queued up, but nothing's actually shown up. Oh, they're right here. Quite a few villagers could potentially go down, especially since Streltsky are here too. Look at them just open fire. They're going to be burning through all of these units. Archers, crossbows, doing a decent amount of damage as well, but the Streltsky's DPS is just absolutely insane. They're so good. And just look at them burn through these units. We are going to need to see mangonels coming out as well very soon from Beastie in order to be able to deal this in a cost-effective manner. He can't just be throwing units at it. Another wooden fortress coming up. Beast is going to try to secure up the giant stone and the little gold instead. He did cancel everything over here on the western side of the map. Walls, we're trying to get finished up, but there's just a gilded knight here on patrol wrecking whatever comes over here, just like this villager is gonna get charged on and killed again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like 4 villagers have already died in that one little section. And attack, a surprise attack, just waiting. Cisco was just waiting inside of the hidden forest for the units to push forward in order for him to pounce on it. He didn't really do much damage. He did end up losing an early night though. It's, oh man, it is in Beasty's favor at the moment. We'll see what ends up happening in the long term though, because the high armory can change the dynamic of, oh, did he actually get the wall? He sacrificed another villager to finish the wall. That's hilarious. We'll have to see how it ends up in the long term, because the higher armory does give the Rus a massive advantage when it comes to split attacks with rams. Not only that, but their siege units are just better because of it. They have so many unique upgrades with the high armory that it could give them a very huge advantage even in low numbers in order to deal with the Order of the Dragon. We don't have a single siege unit out for either player quite yet. We need to see some mangonels though. Like, from both sides, we need to see some mangos. And we are going to be getting a fight just outside of Cisco's base. Nice focus fire from the archers trying to pick away as many Stronsky as they can. But the Stronsky's DPS, like I said earlier, is just absolutely insane. They're going to be able to burn through the entirety of the Order of the Dragon army right there, push it back. But Beasty does have a keep in order to fall back from. So the only thing that's going to be chasing are going to be the militia, which are free units. Doesn't make any difference to Cisco whether they live or die, because after a certain time limit they die anyways. So might as well just throw them in there, try to get whatever kind of damage they can. The knight's still patrolling on the eastern side. Beasty is just trying to eat up as many resources as possible. He already got the stone, or excuse me, the gold that was here. He's grabbing the stone. He's securing up the gold on the western side of the map, as well as a stone outcropping right next to it as well. Then he also has a keep and outpost to secure these to fall back on. He's just gonna eat up so many resources. He's at 146 villagers right now. So if he wanted to, he could just grab another 40, move them, and oh, okay, never mind, not anymore, because there's gonna be a keep coming up here. But theoretically, what he could do is just come over here and eat up as much as he possibly can. Gather as many resources as he possibly can on his opponent's side of the base and take it for himself, obviously. Like, it's just such a good play. Even if he gets pushed off of it, it doesn't really matter. If he takes 2k, 2,000, 3,000 resources from it before he gets pushed off, oh, this is not going to be good for Cisco. Okay, he does realize he cancels his keep and he's going to be pushing back. Decent military force for both players at the moment. Military count will be a lot bigger for Cisco. Okay, so this is what I was saying, right? Not necessarily 40, it's 17, but he's just going to be trying to eat up whatever he possibly can. Gather as many resources that don't belong to him and just commandeer them. That's what I was saying, because even if this does get destroyed, he's gonna, okay, it's at 8k. Either two things are gonna happen, right? It gets denied inevitably and he's able to gather 1,200 to 2,200 resources from it, or it doesn't get denied and he takes it all for himself. There's a lot of horsemen here that are going to be going into the back line of the gilded archers in order to try to pick some off. They don't get a wraparound though. Instead, they were just poking towards the front. There's already 3 mangonels as well for Cisco, so this is going to be giving him a decent advantage. Stone walls coming up on the western side to fully secure Beasty's part of the map, as we only have good old-fashioned wood walls for Cisco, since he didn't go for the Svetskaya Tower, which is fine. He ended up going for the high armory. He's already taken 400 resources from there. He's gonna be taking a lot more before this ever gets taken out, before it ever gets denied. This is looking more and more like a game that Beasty Cutie can, or well, Beasty now. I keep forgetting that he name changed. That Beasty will be able to take. It's just a matter of time at this point. How long is he going to try to drag this out? Is he going to try to go for a game-ending push at any point? Look at the resource count right now, or the resources banked. 10k food, 4k wood, 4k gold. This is huge for Beasty. He's dwarfing, absolutely dwarfing the amount of resources that our Rust player has. Without trade, Rust is going to be running out of gold. If he hasn't already, he has 1 gold vein back here, so he has 4k, 7. He has about 7,000 gold left in terms of raw resources. Yeah, he does have a decent gold per minute as well, generating from his bounties and the relics, but that's it. Like, that's not going to be enough to fully sustain his military for the remainder of the game. As we're Beasty, he has control of roughly, let's just call it 6,000 resources right here that is gonna get jumped on. There's only 2 rams, but these are Rust rams. They're very strong. No emergency repairs, a decent amount of villagers. 17 are here in order to try to burn this down as well. Man-at-arms are going to be moving forward. 3 Mangonels are here as well. Typh Barnes coming through for Beasty. Is he going to be able to get the mango shot off on the villagers? No, he is not. The villagers do. Oh wait, he does. Completely misses. Huge miss there. Lanch Connect are tearing through these villagers right here. 25 villager kills so far for Beasty. 3 for Cisco. He will be able to secure up this gold now, throwing down his own keeps and his own outposts as well. Strutsky moving towards the keep, going to start just laying waste to all of these units. They're so good. Strutsky are just so good. Insanely strong units. And since Cisco does not have a full wall off, those Lanch Connect, Man-at-Arms, and Spears are going to be able to go into the back of the base where all the farming eco is for our Rust player. Man-at-Arms fighting Lanch Connect, not a good idea, especially when they're gilded Lanch Connect, just gonna get wrecked. Oh, that's not a good fight. That's a lot of burned resources right there. But our even over here, more villagers are going down at the gold. The Strutsky aren't able to kill them fast enough. They are going to be able to clean this up. Well, yeah, they're going to be able to clean this up eventually. Regardless, though, 44 villagers have been killed. The entire gold, or all the villagers that were on the gold, have been killed. And the keep gets canceled on the northeastern gold as well. Did it get canceled or did it get destroyed? It looks like it got canceled. Repairs are going up on, okay, the keep in the center. We are getting a decent push right now from Cisco. He is able to push Beasty back. I think Beasty might need to start sacrificing some of his own villagers in order to push through, because his military count just isn't going to be there, isn't going to be high enough to deal with Cisco's. Beasty is going to try to get the wall down on the eastern side. He has a single Lanch Connect as well, and this push looks very devastating. But there is, okay, these rams need to focus fire down the cannon and placed outpost. Not entirely sure why the mangonels are so forward. The cannon placement needs to go already. He needs to focus fire that down. It's doing so much damage. It's gonna get another shot off too. The Rams just weren't able to get a decent position there, and now Cisco is inside of the base of Beasty. What do we have going on for him? Nothing really. He does have full walls up coming up on the eastern side, Beasty that is. He has a few gilded horsemen burning down the wooded fortress, and like that's basically it. He did get a wraparound on the military of Cisco that's pushing into his base, but like I said, the Streltsky are just so damn good, and they're gonna be able to just burn through everything. Just look at them. Look at how fast they're melting, and now there's double bombards out as well for Cisco in order to try to get rid of as much infrastructure as they can. A culvert is out, was able to pick off all three of the mangonels uncontested. It does eventually go down though to the double bombards, and Cisco is pushing even further into the base of Beasty. He's getting into the farm eco. There's still a very healthy number of Streltsky here too. Not enough of a front line though. He does need to stutter step this a little bit. He does need to push it back before he loses too much. Man-at-arms are going to be filtering in slowly though. He needs spears. He needs more man-at-arms. His Streltsky numbers are diving quite a bit. What is he sitting at? He's sitting at 28 Streltsky. There are not 28 Streltsky here though. There's 20 that are going to be getting... actually, it's not looking too bad. Even though the front line is kind of getting demolished, he needs to pull the Streltsky that are in the front line back though. Not anymore. There's only one left. There was about 10, 12 up there. But now, it's looking like a never-ending stream of units for our Rust player. I do not think BC's going to be able to hold this. He has a few units in the back as well, picking off more villagers. This might be the game saver for him, is the amount of eco damage he's doing behind this, because Cisco isn't really gathering that much food. He currently only has 3 villagers left on food. But the first landmark, or excuse me, there's already 2 landmarks down for Beasty. The Palace of Swabia, the town center, have went down. Next one online. Next one up is going to be the Minework Palace. Where is the... Okay, Ragnus Cathedral is in the far back. Down goes the Minework. It's going to be burned. Burned, I tell you. The Streltsky are just... They are the front line. They are the back line. Man-at-arms. There's just enough man-at-arms here to defend as well. And this is going to be a landmark victory for our Orange Rust player. GG does get called. Game goes to Cisco. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.